Okay, welcome back to White Day. So we just got to the new building. And it's a little bit nicer in here compared to the other building. A little bit more modern looking, which is pretty cool. And we haven't really done anything yet. We got a few notes about vibration, and then this note about the lights in some of the classrooms. No new ghost stories yet, though. And oh, there's a coin on the floor. And then I guess there's gonna be key cards for these doors. I'm gonna have to find those, presumably. And it's raining. Where the heck does this school exist? How far out are these mountains over here? There's like nothing. Up or down? I'm gonna go up first. Oh. Important notice, the rooftop key is stuck in the main hall's lighting system. It seems this was a practical joke performed by some of the students. Teachers, please do your best to find those responsible. The key will be taken down Monday next week. Actually, that makes me a little bit curious about what day does this game take place on. So White Day is March 14th. March 14th, 2001 was a Wednesday. Interesting. Okay, there's a lock on the door. Alright, oh wait, there was this other door. That was also locked. Automatic light. Fancy. So what's going on down here? Okay, so I had to replay a little bit because I kept running into a bug here. Hopefully it's fixed this time. So last time there was a girl crying, something really scary happened. Why are you here?
야! 어디다 한눈 팔고 있는 거야?
What? You just kill the janitor? That's friggin' awesome.
한심해. 믿을 만한 구석이라고는 한 군데도 없어. 물론 아직도 마음속에 여인을 찾아 헤매고 다니셨겠지.
You're mistaken.
왜? 그새 마음이 바뀌었어? 하긴 너 같은 애가 뭐 하나 제대로 하겠어. 잘 들어도 지금 우린 소영이가 원하는 대로 행동하고 있단 말이야. 생각해봐. 소영이는 주로
So she thinks
혼자서
So-young is
가정실 미술실 같은 데
bad?
있었어. 너나 나나 소영이 뒤를 따라가면서 계속 이상한 일만 당하고 있잖아. 주로 소영이가 혼자 있었던 곳에서 무슨 일이 생기고 있단 말이야. 다음은 어딜 것 같아?
I thought I was the one that caused all the
3층
bad
옥상.
stuff.
아마도 그리로 가면 소영이가 꾸며놓은 뭔가를 볼 수 있을 거야. 왜? 못 믿겠어? 내 말 못 믿는 거야?
I do.
뭐야? 눈빛은 그게 아닌데?
Not.
어떻게든 여기서 빠져나가야 할 거 아니야. 그런데 넌 뭐야? 남자가 뭐 그러냔 말이야.
Okay, dude.
넌 네 생각만 하고 있잖아. 다른 애들은 신경도 안 써?
I care.
자, 생각해보자. 분명 소영이 걔하고 걔네 언니 그리고 학교 뭔가 관계가 있어. 예전에 늘 음악 선생님이 학교에 강한 기운이 모여있다고 했거든? 어쩜 관련이 있을지도 몰라. 소영이를 무조건 의심하는 건 아니야. 근데 생각해보면 계속해서 소영이와 관계가 있잖아.
Okay.
역시 아직 날 못 믿는구나. 그럼 나 먼저 가볼게. 뭘 찾든 너무 멀리서 찾지 마.
Well, you're not very helpful, are you? Okay, I forgot to get this coin on the floor again. Okay, so I guess we go back downstairs again. So is the janitor actually dead? But the crying is still here. Oh, there's a light. Why is Sung-ah in here? She was in here, and there's crying in here. Why? There's a mat. Is this the school? Is this that weird? It must be that weird, stupid bridge. Oh my god, who is crying? Oh. I don't think it's in here though. It sounds like it's out here. That's locked. Well, I got the key card, the yellow key card. And some of these doors are yellow. This one. documented about something called the Taeguk plate. The Taeguk plate is a device used in Taoism believed to have the power to drive away demonic creatures and uncover deep truths. The shape of the device is octagonal with a copper mirror placed in the middle. A Taeguk symbol is engraved on the back, and other symbols have been carved in around the edges. It's said that the light reflected off the copper mirror has special properties. The light concentrates into a powerful beam of energy which can be targeted at evil spirits to drive them away, or even destroy them. With its intriguing design, it's no surprise that the Taeguk plate is often used as a prop in films and TV shows. The Taeguk plate is displayed at Library B on the 4th floor of the new building. Okay. It's a picture of the Kremlin in Moscow. The clock reads 11 hours and 50 minutes. Okay. Wait, what was this room called? Art studio. And this is the language lab. And the light's already on. There's a flashlight. Got large areas. Don't mind if I do. Hello. There's a cassette player. The drive belt is broken. I'm guessing I could put the tape in here, but it's not gonna work. I'll leave it. Gian, why are you in here?
이젠 지쳤어. 왜 이렇게 됐는지 모르겠어. 학교에 갇혀서 꼼짝도 못하고 있잖아.
Yeah, it's a real bummer, isn't it?
우리 다 죽을 거야.
There's gotta be a way.
무슨 방법? 평생 학교가 아니란 말이야. 우린 여기서 다 죽을 거야.
We can make it out.
아니야. 성아랑 소영이 평소에도 이상했지만 오늘은 뭔가 일을 낼 것 같아. 둘 다 제정신이 아니야. 소영이는 죽은 언니를 잊지 못하고 성아는 소영이한테 너무 집착해. 정말 소름 끼쳐.
Speaking of So Young, where is she?
분명 둘 중에 누군가를 알고 있을 거야. 어쩌면.
Oh, is it that lady again? Is she following us? What? Where'd she go? It's probably not even worth opening these, but I kind of like the sound it makes. Okay, and there's this door. Oh, that's the key that one note was talking about. It's too dark to see. Important notice, the rooftop key is stuck in the main hall's lighting system. This is a practical joke. Please do your best to find those responsible to be taken down Monday next week. Alright. So, I do have to say... How do I put this? I know about the ghost that's in here. The spider lady. Because I've seen that part of the game already. Oh, there's... janitor up there. But it still freaks me out. So yes, I know about the spider ghosts, the ghost spider woman. But I gotta say, I'm a little scared, and I'm already being chased. Okay, so, I don't want to go in here. Seems safe. I wouldn't be surprised if most of these classrooms are just kind of empty with nothing really in them. Where is he? So this was... I gotta be kidding. This was 4. Okay, I actually do want him to follow me down here. I'm gonna try the old switcheroo. So if I can get him to come all the way over here, and then just run back up. I think he's gonna lose me. So that one note did talk about some of the classrooms had to be, the lights had to be on. I'm pretty sure the game's telling us that only those lights are supposed to be on. So that was 3, 4, right? What was this? 3, 5. Oh, I'm just waiting for this thing to show up. Three, 6. This one should be on. Should I go down here first? What the heck is with the footsteps on this ramp? What's this? Huh. That light is on already. Electrical room. Oh, that needs the blue key. Cafeteria. Okay, man, this part of the game is creepy. Even creepier, I think. Than the other building. I don't think I want to read that just yet. Was this room? Occult club. Oh, there's a note on the floor. It's titled Chaos. As chaos blooms, the rise of the sun and moon will become different for each country, and panic will ensue. At that time, a true man shall come forth and set each time under a single standard. Only then will the dark river be crossed. No idea what you're talking about. Before the new building was built, there was a pond. Of course, there were rumors that the pond was haunted. It was said to be a cursed pond, and that the souls of the people who drowned in it would become trapped. The only way for a soul to escape the pond was to pull another's into it. That's why the spirits of the pond are more vicious than other spirits, and why so many people drowned. At its worst, the pond took one life every month. The school warned students about the pond, but the drownings didn't stop. Some people suggested the pond should be filled in, but the board of directors always decided against it. They said that the pond was good for the flow of feng shui. I mean, how important is feng shui when people are dying, right? Well, later on, I found out just how important it is. Anyway, due to fierce protests, it was finally decided to fill the pond. The first day of work, however, the machine operator had a heart attack and died. For some time, the school held an annual memorial service by the pond, but eventually a new building was built over the pond, and the memorial stopped. Recently, however, there's been talk of the pond's ghosts reappearing. It said that a girl drenched in water has been appearing, wearing an old school uniform like the one in the history room. She's got to be one of the students who drowned in the pond. Is this a good hiding spot? Now you may be wondering, why would a pond ghost reappear when the pond is gone? Well, it's hard to explain. Fuck you. What? Why are you walking like that? What? What happened? Is the janitor a ghost? Why'd he do that? Well, I guess I could keep reading my note here. Well, it's hard to explain, but this world and the underworld exist in the same space. This means that people and ghosts occupy the same space, but exist in different dimensions, for lack of a better word. You could compare it to radios, with each receiving different frequencies. That's why humans and ghosts can't affect each other. So even if there's a building in this world, there might still be a pond in the underworld, due to the strong will of the girl from the pond. Today I will try to get to the bottom of these rumors. After all my hard work, I finally managed to start an occult club. The teachers hate it. They think I'm wasting my precious youth talking about nonsense. When they hear occult, they think it's something weird, but my club is no joke. We investigate and research supernatural phenomena that cannot be explained by modern science. We don't do childish things like fake UFO pictures. The quickest way to prove our worth would be to find a ghost, and by pure luck, I recently acquired something they call L-rods, which hold a mysterious power. According to the person who gave them to me, they work not only as dowsing rods, but also as ghost detectors. Study material. if I turn the light off? It's still on. And now it's off. Oriental Studies Theory of the Five Elements. The fundamental meaning of the five elements is a cycle, a concept that is also connected to the Buddhist idea of reincarnation. In that sense, the cycle of the five elements can be compared to a person's life. In Eastern philosophy, the cycle does not end when a person dies, as the five elements represent the cycle of all things in the universe. It does not treat human life as limited to the physical layer of existence, the body. There are those who have expressed the idea that the dead can be brought back to life using the five elements in reverse, but this is a ridiculous notion that reads too much into the theory. As mentioned before, the cycle is the most important concept in the theory of the five elements. It teaches us to live according to the natural order of the universe and to keep ourselves pure, both body and mind. Should I just read this? The child playing in the corner. Sandal Su was on a night patrol in the recently constructed new building when he suddenly heard a strange rustling sound that made him shiver. He's rarely afraid of anything, but to hear such a sound in the middle of the night in an empty school corridor was unsettling. Dalsu looked around carefully and noticed something in the corner. To his surprise, there was a boy who looked about 4 years old. While he had often caught students sneaking in at night to play, this was the first time he had seen a small child all alone. Dalsu approached him slowly, trying not to frighten him, and called out softly. The child turned and seeing Dalsu approaching, cried out in fear. Then, with no time to react, the child disappeared. Dalsu was shocked and stood there frozen for a moment. He had just witnessed something inexplicable. During the Korean War, Yandu High School was used as a field hospital. An internment camp was set up in front of the hospital where many refugees gathered. One day, a child arrived at their camp with a group of refugees. The child didn't know his own name, and as no one else in his group had spoken to him, no one else knew it either. According to the other refugees, his whole family had been killed in a bombing during the evacuation, leaving him as the only survivor. The child seemed to prefer being alone during his time in the camp, sitting in corners or hiding in boxes. Soon the army had to retreat from the front lines due to heavy casualties, and the boy was left alone to starve. Wow. How's that a ghost story? I guess he disappeared or what have you. Okay, music appreciation room. Okay. Hello. There's a tape thing there. I don't suppose you're gonna let me use it, though. It's okay, I'll come back later. Dance studio. Unlock the door using a key card. The key card is no longer needed. I'll discard it. Oh, hello. Oh. The red key card. And it's only in the reflection. That's a little strange. There's a CD player here. There's a disc drive. I don't know about this. Why does it keep doing that? I feel like Yeah, I don't know about this yet. Also, how does this room work? There's a mirror in the middle? Or maybe that's not my reflection I'm looking at. What? Okay. Did it disappear again? No. What? How? Dude, you literally are just a ghost. What the hell? He has to waste time taking swings at you when you walk by him. Okay. I haven't been on this side, right? Three one. Is that 3-3 I need to find? Oh no. Where is it? Oh god. Hello. Dude. You're not cool. How many times we gotta teach you this lesson, old man? Okay, let's do this quick. 3-3. Nothing in here. Okay. 3-9. So we did 3 and 6, 7, 9, 12. Now we need. Yeah, fuck you. Go away. Seven was one, right? Should I buy some soy milks? Or is it only worth buying lunch boxes? I'll get one. $11 won't open. Oh my god. What is that? Is it the whiteboard? I think so. That is so strange. Why does the whiteboard move? Is there even anything in here? $312. Okay. I think that's all the rooms that should be on. Red key. Oh, there he is. He's seriously coming up here. Resource center. Some sort of panel over here. Is even more? That doesn't open. Oh shit. Nothing opens up here. Okay, I think I have to do the CD thing. What? So he can go through that door. That's interesting. Is he not coming in here? Oh, he teleported behind me. That's a classic move right there. It's nothing personnel, kid. Okay, I think I'm gonna save. And then do the dance studio thing. Oh shit.
하얀 와이셔츠에 가지런한 넥타이를 마구 굴려도 쉽게 찢어지거나 때묻지 않는 원색 블루진을 입은 블루 칼라입니다. 탄탄한 강철로 전신을
Look at him.
포장한 스틸 칼라들이 동작 한국 로봇과 배운 것은 오류가 아직 로봇을 주력으로 할 만큼 공장 시스템을 갖고 있지 않고
Okay. Is that it?
스틸 칼라의 전조력을 이용하 78년 사용합니다. 수삼성 기술부터 한국 고성 전신파주포 예방만
So you can walk to the other side of this. There's a key card. Got the red key card. It says card on it. That was weird. I don't recall there being a ghost story about the dance hall. Oh my god. Can I do anything? Oh my god. Okay, that scared me. I didn't expect him to be right there. Ah, shit. Now I have to do the dance thing again. Okay, so I have to do the dance studio again. Just gonna do this again quickly, get the red key card again. Okay. Yep, red key card. Get out of here. Okay, so we can finally take a look at this computer lab. Is anything useful in here? So this computer is actually on. The computer has a CD drive. Okay. I have a CD. Yeah, I guess I'll print it. Wow, 5 pages. I don't know, I still need this. This looks like Windows 98 or something. CD contents. So this would have been the CD of that music teacher, right? To anyone reading, I hope this document remains hidden. What follows is a record of my thoughts based on my experiences and the conclusions that I have drawn, which I regard as absolute truth. It has been 6 years since I started teaching here, and in this short time I've had experiences that I will never forget. From the moment I arrived here, I felt a strange energy. To begin with, building the school here was a mistake. The natural harmony of yin and yang energy and the excellent feng shui of the terrain would have made it ideal to leave untouched. But instead, constructing the school at this powerful convergence point disrupted the flow of energy. The school authorities were unaware of this fact and did not understand why so many accidents kept occurring in the early days after its opening. Only after some time did they bring in a feng shui master who helped them produce a series of powerful amulets to contain the strong energy. The 5 amulets were made of peach tree wood, and each represented one of the 5 fundamental elements. They were then carefully placed in areas of strong elemental energy, following the destructive cycle of the 5 elements. This allowed them to form a potent barrier by neutralizing the existing energies. Individually, the amulets wield the power to ward off spirits, but when assembled together, they generate a force that can constrain spiritual energy. Add to this the Tagook principle, and a complete suppression against spirits becomes possible. After the amulets were placed, the barrier formed and began suppressing the negative energy. However, it seems that this had the unintended effect of absorbing the energy of the living and dead spirits along with it. Now, decades later, the energy absorbed by the barrier has become too enormous to remain functional. While studying the supernatural phenomena that frequently occur at this school, I came to realize that it was all related to the strong energy trapped here. It's also the reason why this space in this school has become a contact point between the world of the living and the world of the dead. Based on these facts, I made an interesting hypothesis. By using this school's distorted space and time and the power trapped within it, would it not be possible to resurrect the dead through a living person's body? I desperately wanted to test my hypothesis. After all, in order to draw out the trapped energy, I needed a way to disrupt the power of the amulets. The amulets would need to be dismantled in the order of the 5 elements, and a spirit summoning ritual must occur at the same time. Therefore, a cooperator is needed. A suitable body to receive the dead soul is also necessary. Of course, there was a body that was strongly insisted on, but... what does that mean? Disrupt the power of the amulets. Needed a dead body, and there was one in particular. Why? So you literally came in here for no reason, is what you're saying. Alright, well, with the red key card, there's a few more rooms we can go in. I don't think anything down was red. Of course. Hopefully it's okay to hide in here. God, I can't see anything. He saw me. I don't even know where he went. It's about labyrinths. About labyrinths. The term labyrinth was used in ancient Greece to refer to an underground or semi-subterranean building made up of complex passages and rooms that are difficult to escape from. In more recent times, labyrinths can be seen in gardens of the Renaissance period, built out of tall hedges. The most well-known labyrinths throughout history are the Egyptian, Cretan, Lemnos, and Italian labyrinths. There are two types of labyrinth. The first is a labyrinth designed so that all paths lead to its center. Such labyrinths were designed to make you walk the longest possible distance to get to the destination instead of walking there directly. In the second kind, the paths branch into intricately connected passages, which make it easy to get lost. These labyrinths must be overcome with accurate memory and judgment. The labyrinths symbolize a variety of meanings, and their symbolism and appearance vary with each period and region. Traditionally, labyrinths signify exclusion and confinement. Their long and arduous paths are designed so that only those who are worthy can find their way out. However, reaching the center of the labyrinth can also symbolize uterine regression, while the labyrinth itself represents the body of Mother Earth. Sometimes this means women are the ones who oversee the labyrinth, while men must find the way out. The continuity of the labyrinth may signify immortality and eternity, and in Eastern philosophy, escaping a labyrinth means to escape the cycle of birth and death and the law of karma. In funeral rites, the labyrinth symbolizes death and rebirth. Entering a labyrinth means death, and escaping it means rebirth. In that sense, the labyrinth is like a model of the underworld. So I don't know where he went. Hopefully he's just stuck somewhere. Oh, it's broken. Oh, wonderful. So there's nothing in here? Oh, there's a note. A ghost story. The competitive spirit. Kyung-hee lost her father at a young age, so she grew up in a poor household. When it was time to start high school, her family urged her to go to a vocational business school to start earning money. Instead, Kyung-hee went on her own way and decided to attend high school with the goal of going to university to study humanities. She thought that studying was the only way out of poverty. Anxious that others might overtake her, she studied competitively, always comparing herself to others. However, no matter how hard she tried, she could never reach the top of her class. As time went on, she noticed students with upper-class families received expensive extracurricular lessons and began to compare their circumstances to her own. It sent her into a deep depression. Eventually, she committed suicide, believing that she could never become a top student because of her poor background. Since then, her ghost has been seen studying in a library after school. She sits at a desk with her chin in her hands, watching as other students study. Sometimes she blurts out words that no one can understand and then disappears. Oh, I saw his light. And what's this room? Library. There's an air conditioner. It's not working, the power isn't connected. There's something up there, it's too high to reach. I could reach it using something firm and flat. Oh. So I'm guessing I need this, and it's telling me to turn the air conditioner on. Oh my god. So I have to figure out how to turn the power on for that? Hello? It's a switchboard that controls the power on the 4th floor. Okay, I think I put it on power. Does this work now? What does it say? Food and drink is not allowed in the library. And the key is for this door right here. Strange item. Oh, the Tagook plate. A wooden plate with the power to ward off evil spirits. It works by absorbing surrounding light into the copper mirror and reflecting it back as a beam. Okay. I think there was a note about the Tagook plate. That scared me again. This flashlight really is not very good. So, okay, yeah, we threw away the red key card. So now we just have the... Oh, it's an equipment. So the only place I can think of that we're not able... Ah, are you serious? The only place I can think of that is like blocked off is that room with the ceiling girl. Where that other cassette player is. Oh yeah, and that locked door. But we don't have a key for that. Still don't know what this videotape does either. So, yeah, that's the only thing I can really think of. Alright, here we go. So how does this work? Oh. It cracked. Why'd it do that? Oh. I guess you can only use it once. But she's gone now. So what do the students even do in this room? They just sit here and listen to music? Now I put this belt in the other cassette player. And then I guess I play the cassette. And he just knows where I am because of course he does. What? Who's in here? So the barrier needs to be dismantled? To soothe the spirits? Seems a little suspicious. If the barrier is keeping the spirits... Oh, I guess the barrier is weakening. So the barrier that's keeping the spirits out is too weak now to actually do that. Okay. And also, who was that? Was that the person that wrote the CD contents? I feel like it might have been. And then we got the blue key card. So I can finally open this room. Diagonal time zones. About world time. At the end of the 19th century, an international conference was held in Washington, D.C. that decided the meridian passing through Greenwich, England, was to be the prime meridian. A new international standard for time was then set by adding or subtracting 1 hour for each 15-degree movement in the east or the west, starting from the prime meridian. This standard time is called Greenwich Mean Time, or GMT, and time zones under GMT can be written as follows. Time zone for each city: Greenwich +0, Washington -3, Moscow +3, Beijing +8. For example, when it's 2 a.m. in Greenwich, it's 11 p.m. in Washington and 10 a.m. in Beijing. So is that some kind of puzzle with the clocks then? I haven't really used first aid kits at all. I have 5. It's a picture of the Royal Observatory in Greenwich, London. The clock reads 0 hours and 50 minutes. So there must be a puzzle with the clocks. And then there's a couple more doors still to open with the blue key card. I think there's only 2. There's the one downstairs. And then there's that other one on the ground floor. Time to wait. Okay, I'm gonna save and then we will pick it back up in the next episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.